الموصي عليها أن تفرح القائل في كتابه الكريم وأن ليس للإنسان إلا ما سعى وأن سعيه سوف يرى ثم يجزاه الجزاء الأوفى وأن إلى ربك المنتهى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا ثم أما بعد هذه آخر جمعة من شهر رمضان. This is literally the last Friday of the month of Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ would take this time as a time of reflection and a time of dedication to the year to come. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu anhu said, دخلت على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في آخر جمعة من رمضان. I entered upon the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم and it was the last Friday of the month of Ramadan. فلما بصر بي, when he saw me, he said, يا جابر هذه آخر جمعة من رمضان. This is the last Friday of the month of Ramadan. فأحسن توديعه. Give it a good farewell, give it a good goodbye, literally. وقل اللهم لا تجعله آخر عهدنا بصيامنا إياه. The Prophet ﷺ is teaching Jabir ibn Abdullah a dua, a prayer to say by the end of the month of Ramadan. He's teaching him to say, اللهم لا تجعله آخر العهد بصيامنا إياه. Oh Allah, do not make it the last Ramadan of our lives. Oh Allah, do not make this Ramadan the last Ramadan of our lives. فإن جعلته, if it is already decreed that I will die before the next year, فلا تجعلني محروما. So do not make me of the ones who are deprived of your mercy. وَاجْعَلْنِي مَرْحُومًا, and make me among the ones to whom you show mercy. اللهم لا تجعله آخر العهد بصيامنا إياه. Oh Allah, do not make this Ramadan the last one of our lives. And if you decreed already that I will be dying before the next Ramadan comes by, I ask you to make me of the ones to whom you show mercy, not the ones that you deprive of your mercy. And the Prophet ﷺ said, فَإِنَّكَ إِن قُلْتَ ذَلِكَ ظَفِرْتَ بِإِحْدَى الْحُسْنَيَيْنِ. If you say so wholeheartedly, you get one of two blessings. إِمَّا أَن تُدْرِكَ رَمَضَانَ, either you will reach the next Ramadan, أو أن تدرك الرحمة والغفران, or that you will attain Allah's forgiveness and Allah's mercy. This hadith and this dua teaches us something. Mainly, something that is so basic, which is the uncertainty of our lives. The uncertainty of our lives. If we just look at ourselves, how many people that were with us last Ramadan, but they did not reach it, they did not make it to this Ramadan? Many people. How many of us will reach the next Ramadan? Allah knows best. How many of us will die before then? Will get to meet the Lord before the next Ramadan? Allah knows best. So that could well be our last Ramadan. If this is the case, one needs to remember that this is a great chance. And that we need to take this as a time of reflection. And to appreciate the opportunity that Allah has given us by making us with the people that reach this month. Can you please get into the basement? There's a space inside. Thank you so much. So the Prophet ﷺ is teaching us here to take this as a reminder of the uncertainty of life, to always have death in the back of our minds. He said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, أَكْثِرُوا مِنْ ذِكْرِ هَذِهِ اللَّذَّاتِ. Remember this as much as you can, because it's a reality. The Quran calls this the reality or the real. وَجَاءَتْ سَكْرَةُ الْمَوْتِ بِالْحَقِّ. When the agonies of death they come to you with the truth that we always tend to forget. And this, what he means by this, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is literally death. So, if Allah had given us this chance of Ramadan, we just need to reflect on this. I need to make the best use of those 2 days, but not just those 2 days. Actually, to take Ramadan as an opportunity, not to come back to the same person that I was. And if I was a good person, I need to really excel and become even more better. To take Ramadan as a turning point. That is what it is meant to be. That's what the Prophet ﷺ teaches us in another hadith, where he ﷺ, Mas'ad al-Mimbar, when he ascended upon his mimbar, which had 3 steps to it. فلما رقي الدرجة الأولى قال آمين. When he ascended, when he stepped the first step, he said آمين. ولما رقي الدرجة الثانية قال آمين. When he ascended the second step, he said آمين for a second time. ولما صعد الثالثة قال آمين. And when he stepped the third time, he said آمين. فلما انتهى من صلاته صلى الله عليه وسلم, when he finished the prayer, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم was asked, ما قولك آمين? You said 3 times آمين. Why was that? What is the secret of this? He صلى الله عليه وسلم said, أما الأولى فقد جاءني جبريل وقال. And the first time I had Jibreel telling me something when I stepped the first step. He said, رغم أنف امرئ أدرك رمضان فانسلخ منه ولم يغفر له. Shame on a person that reached the month of Ramadan and they let it pass. They let it pass without making the best use of it, without having the sins forgiven, without taking Ramadan as a turning point, without taking Ramadan as with some good conviction, with some good determination that I am really, after this month, I'm not going back to any bad habit that I used to be committed to before Ramadan. And then, قال وأما الثانية, the second آمين, I said, قد جاءني جبريل قائلا رغم أنف امرئ أدرك أبواه أو أحدهما في الكبر ولم يدخلاه الجنة. Shame on a person that finds their parents, either 2 of them or 1 of them, advanced in the age, and he did not make the best use of them in terms of serving them, and they become the cause behind one's admission into heaven. And then he said, وَأَمَّا الثَّالِثَةُ قَدْ جَاءَنِي جِبْرِيلُ قَائِلًا قُلْ آمِينَ. For the third time, Jibreel, the same statement. He said, say Ameen. Why is that? He said, رَغِمَ أَنْفُ امْرِئٍ ذُكِرْتُ عِنْدَهُ وَلَمْ يُصَلِّ عَلَيْهِ. Shame on a person, in whose presence my name was mentioned, but they did not send blessings and peace upon me. With this hadith, the Prophet ﷺ again reminds us of the significance of Ramadan. Just think about the weight of those words. When the best and the greatest of all angels is making a dua, coupled with the word of Ameen from some of the best of all creations, that's the Prophet ﷺ. There is no doubt that this is going to be answered. Showing us that we need to really pause and ask ourselves, have we made the best use of this month? Or are we going to let it pass without getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are we going to be one of those people about whom the Prophet sends his shame? Or we going to be the people that the Prophet would smile when he sees us? The second one, what do we do with our parents? One of the fundamental principles of Islam, the honoring of one's parents. How much have we done with that? Are we neglecting? Are we serving? Are we honoring? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala coupled his own worship with being good to your parents. how much have we failed in this? And what is the relationship between us and the Prophet ﷺ? These are not just words. Being good to your parents is not just saying good words for them, it's action. Saying them listens to the Prophet ﷺ is not just a simple word, it's living by his example. Right? So these are very serious things that we have now within our own reach. And the last few days of Ramadan, again, a time of reflection and a time of dedication. So we need to pause and ask ourselves, do those things apply to us or not? Have we made the best use of this month or not? In what way have I made, there are people who look at Ramadan just as a month of accumulation. I'm trying to accumulate as much good deed as I can so that, I have something in my record, in my storage, so to speak. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want this from us. Allah wants us to take Ramadan as a transformative moment. As a time of dedication that I'm not going back to what I was before Ramadan. That's what Ramadan is meant to be. It's meant to be something that will training you to become a better person. It's not a time of gain in the first place. We're not experiencing Ramadan in the first place to gain, good records. The whole value of Ramadan is primarily about the training that we have a training in gratitude, a training in patience, a training in how to attain taqwa. This is training, a 30-day training. If you could do it for 30 days, you can definitely have it as a lifestyle. That's the whole point. So we need to pause and take the last few days of Ramadan as a time of reflection in the life of what the Prophet ﷺ had told us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد في الأولين، صل على سيدنا محمد في الآخرين، صل على سيدنا محمد في الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. اللهم حبب إلينا الإيمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من الراشدين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.